not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, I'm the right one, yeah. 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 I'm not the one, I'm the right one. I walk in like a vertical, look clear, aim. You wanna smoke, I heard it. You talk big, all wordy, all bark, no bite. You can't win this fight. I seen your hand shake when the room got quiet. I don't need a threat, I bring it, then I write, yeah. Tick, tick, hear that whistle, step too close, get the missile. Blood in my eyes, stealing my jaw. Say my name once, then stand by the law. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. You came for when you left with none. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. I don't just a crowd, I let them come. I stare hit hard like a loaded drum. You keep on talking, I keep on moving. Your chest gets loud, but your legs ain't proving. You want that title, you want that crown. I take one look and I shut it down. I crash when the flow gets mean. I came in clean, let the scene pristine. Tick, tick, hear that whistle, step too close, get the missile. Blood in my eyes, stealing my jaw. Say my name once, then stand by the law. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. You came for when you left with none. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. I don't bend, I don't break, I don't flinch, I don't fake. Every shot you throw just feeds my pace. Every lie you spit, I put back in your face. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. You came for when you left with none. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah.
The wind hums low, a hollow refrain through cracked window panes. It calls my name. The clock ticks slow, its echo stays. Each moment drags, then slips away. Blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Blue curtains keep the shine far away. Blue curtains won't let me escape. The walls close in, shadows stretch along. Night wears a mask where dreams don't belong. A bird once sang, now silent it lies. The sky holds no stars, just clouded sighs. The pain's a prison, the glass cuts deep. Eyes wide open, yet I can't sleep. Blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Blue curtains keep the shine far away. secrets I can't erase.
That's what this case is about. It's about the truth, not hiding it or concealing it, but exposing the truth. Don't let them get away with this. Do not endorse and sanction an investigation that is broken and corrupted top to bottom. That's why you stand as the guardian of justice and the protector of justice. And my question to you is, what will you do with this moment?
Hey, you did that, look at you go. Drop that down and now the whole room know. Big heart energy still in the show. You walk in and the whole place grows. Old school smile with a fresh new grin. Same sweet spot, let the chaos in. Cards on the table, you win again. Everybody turn when you step in. Hands up, look alive. You made the whole night rise. They've been waiting on your name. Now it burns through the frame. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. You did that, and everybody knows. Turn up, toast to them. Let's fucking go. Big heart energy still in the show. Toast to them.
I will not be silenced, and we will continue on our journey for justice for
TRUF. Truth.
He's the mirage in the rear view glass.
It's Ray from Dallas.
Was he here? Was he there? Was he ever mine?
Ray from Dallas?
Just a trick played by time.
This dude is savage as fuck.
Or just a dream?
What up, Ray from Dallas?
Ray from Dallas, tell me true.
He's fun.
Hi, Ray.
This appears to be a black man.
Ray from Dallas. Let's take this walk.
Is he real or just a dream? Falling stars over laser beam. Ray from Dallas, tell me true. Are you the myth or the man I knew?
This dude is
Savage as fuck.
Man, shout out to everybody out here from that 214 to around the states to across the pond. Salute. You and I rocking with your guy, RFD, aka Ray from Dallas. And I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Jury walks the scene. What will they notice? Lindsey Clancy trial. Let's take this walk. Once again, I say, jury walks the scene. What will they notice? Lindsey Clancy trial. Let's take this walk. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe. And please, if you can support, you see the cash app going across the top. Today, we're talking about what could become one of the defining moments of the Lindsey Clancy trial. The jury walkthrough of the house. Think about that for a second. Think about that. For weeks, this jury has listened to witnesses, looked at photographs, watched exhibits, and heard compelling arguments from both sides. They've been asked to imagine the layout of the home, the distance between the rooms, and how events unfolded. But today, their imaginations is replaced by reality. And y'all know what I say about reality, right? It's a mother shut your mouth. Now they're standing where everything happened. They're looking with their own eyes and they're walking the same hallways. They're seeing the same staircases. They're experiencing the physical space that has been described over and over throughout this trial. See, that's important because sometimes a picture doesn't tell the whole story. Sometimes testimony sounds different once you actually see the environment being discussed. Thus far, the prosecution has spent in this trial arguing that the evidence points to criminal responsibility. The defense to this point has argued that Lindsey Clancy's mental condition at the time is a critical part of understanding what happened. Those both are fundamentally different arguments. And now the jury has another opportunity to evaluate the evidence in context. Let me say this real quick. The walkthrough itself isn't new evidence. The jurors there, the jurors aren't there to investigate the case. 1 second, child, 1 second. I'm sorry, my people. If y'all hear me making discussions, that's my little one. He done woke up, so forgive me if y'all heard me doing that. But I appreciate everybody who heard, right? Like, real talk. Remember I said the jurors aren't there to investigate the case. See, what they're there for is to better understand the evidence they've already heard. Even so, moments like this can stay with jurors as they deliberate. Seeing the layout of a home firsthand can help them interpret testimony and exhibits they've already been shown. Oh my. No one outside that jury room knows how each juror will react. Nobody. Some may live feeling that the physical layout supports one side's interpretation of the evidence. The others may simply feel they have a clearer understanding of the testimony. That's why this moment is drawing so much attention. See, at the end of the day, the verdict won't be based on emotions or public opinion. It will be based on the law, the evidence admitted at trial, the judge's instructions, and the jury's assessment of all of it. Whether you believe she's guilty or innocent, right? I want to hear from you. Do you think this walkthrough will have a significant impact on the deliberations, or do you think it will simply help the jury organize what they already seen and heard? So like I stated earlier, right? Jury walks the scene. What will they notice? Lindsey Clancy trial. Let's take this walk. And I got to be crystal clear and honest with everybody. This case could sway one way or the other. Everybody just have to come to reality with that. I want that to be understood. This case could sway one way or the other. That's just clear, duh, right? But you have people feeling strong about one side, and you have people feeling strong about the other side. And I want everybody to have their opinion. If you think she guilty, say it. If you think she innocent, say it. Let me know. And shout out to everybody that's on X right now, aka Twitter. Y'all come over here, Ray from Dallas, all one word, and come hit that subscribe button and like button. And that's just the truth. First off, let me send out my condolences to everyone, the family, friends, and everyone who's a part of this. Because this is a sad event that happened, and God blessed them 3 children. The judge instructs, right, not to go off emotion, all right? Go off the evidence. But do you think that's really the case? In trials, but especially this one, do you think that's really the case? That these jurors, they might not, will go off the evidence that's presented? I think in a lot of cases, the juries just don't go off the evidence presented. Right? They want to say, leave your emotions out of it. How can you leave your emotions out of it? You're a human being. They say it's your civic duty. It is. But just because it's a civic duty don't mean that you don't have emotions. But and I know if you ain't doing nothing like this or following it, there's some people out there who do follow their civic duty. But there's some people out there who judge off emotions. And I think that's what's going to happen in this trial. Because I want to show y'all the thumbnail I did yesterday, because here's why I'm leading to with it. Check this thumbnail out. The prosecution case, she planned it. The defense case, she went insane. Is it a plan? It's insanity. Guilt, one side of the jury stand. Innocent, on the other side of the jury stand. That's just the truth. Especially when you look at this case. It's complicated, horrible, tragic. But it's complicated. Some people see it crystal clear, where they think she is guilty 100%. It's a lot of people who see it clear that she is innocent 100%. That's just the truth. But one thing I do understand and know about trials, right? There's one thing I do know and understand. You got the right to change your mind, and your feelings could sway as the trial go on, as more evidence is presented. We got our defendant, Lindsey Clancy, right? This thumbnail right here is today's thumbnail. Jury does the walkthrough. And this is one of the most important ones. But I want to get this crystal clear. We got our defendant, Lindsey Clancy. It's without a doubt, she did that to her children. Clear cut, no debating. Can the prosecution prove She planned it? Can a defense prove she was insane? Things that make you say, right? It got me like that. It got me thinking. And like I said, as I first watched this trial, I want to get this clear. I was like, guilty, 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 guilty. Until Mr. Reddington did his cross-examination. Until he did his cross-examination. Like I said, my condolences is to Mr. Patrick Clancy. My condolences. So, when I tell y'all I was all in, that she was guilty. If you go back and just scroll up the articles and listen to the first video I did on this, you will see I had conviction. I was on some Kanye West type shit. Excuse me, did you say something? You can't tell me nothing. I thought she was guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I did. Until Mr. Reddington got up there, and I'm finna play him cross-examining Patrick Clancy a little bit.
Group therapy on January 1st for 45 minutes, a session about illness and symptom management.
I was aware of some group activities. I didn't know the details of it.
And were you aware that she participated in 2 group therapy sessions, one for 45 minutes and one for 50 minutes, one on self-compassion and one on illness and symptom management on January 3rd?
I wasn't aware of the subject of any of the meetings, no.
Were you aware that she declined further group therapy and treatment in the afternoon of January 3rd?
No.
Were you aware that on January 4th she participated in a group for 40 minutes called medication management?
No.
Were you aware that she participated in a group on January 5th on expressive therapy for 45 minutes?
No.
And were you aware that she declined further treatment 2 times on January 5th, one to attend group therapy and one to attend a session on cognitive behavioral processes?
No.
Were you aware that Lindsey asked the doctors to be discharged on the 6th, Friday the 6th, because she wanted to go to Corey's birthday party on the 7th?
Not that I recall.
Were you aware, or did Lindsey tell you that she then asked the doctors to discharge her on January 5th because she wanted to go home and get ready for the party?
I wasn't aware of Lindsey asking the doctors to be discharged.
Okay.
Wow.
Were there any insurance issues in terms of insurance refusing to pay for her stay at McLean Hospital?
We didn't really get to that point.
You weren't advised by the social worker or any staff there that there were any issues with your insurance, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct, but I wouldn't have cared either.
Would you have just paid for it if needed?
I would have paid anything, yeah.
This is Cora, correct?
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about what Cora was like in January of 2023, what her interests were?
Cora was into princesses.
I'm like, Vinny, wow. Like I said, one thing about covering trials, you have to tell the truth. It's not being malice. It's not having sympathy for Patrick Clancy. And I do my condolences to him for his loss. Losses, right? But when Reddington got up there, because I was already thinking, okay, so, because they were saying stuff, and I'm like, why ain't you checking in? Why she telling you she's suicidal? Then you say that she said she had thoughts about harming the kids, and then you say, do you have a plan? Right? So I was threw off on it. I was already thinking like, Why ain't he paying more attention to detail? That's what I was thinking. And also, when something like this happens, a tragedy, when a spouse does that to your children, they're not going to act like he acted. They're going to be mad. He thinks she innocent and he don't want her to go to jail. And I had to think about that. Because it's different. Never seen nothing like this. When a situation occurs like this, you say, oh, you don't want her to go to jail. And it's like you're trying to help the defense, right? Not convict her, right? Usually it's the other way around. Like I said, my condolences to Patrick. But my assessment is he felt guilty, right? Because if you've been paying attention to this case, or if you paid attention to his testimony, to be exact, she told him a lot of times, meaning a bunch, that she was having taken away her life thoughts. Multiple times. Then, when he testified and said she said she wanted to harm the children a couple of times to him, he said, do you have a plan? And it bothered me. All right. Then I found out from Mr. Reddington, one week and a day before the tragedy happened, and she done already told him multiple times that she would harm the children, he went to New York for 2 days. For 2 days. All right. He says work related. All right. As this case, as you heard it, I'm thinking to myself, how could you, he didn't do it, she did. But what I'm saying is, how could you leave your children with him? I mean, with her, after she said that she had them thoughts. It's just unbelievable and unimaginable to me, because if I hear somebody say something about harming themselves or children, I want to talk to them about it, and especially if it's my children, they will never be alone with them. He said he didn't think of it the day of the tragedy. He said she was having one of her most happiest days. Really? He's not to blame, but it's all about paying attention to detail. Was that strange, Patrick? Right? That she was having one of her most happiest days. Was the tragedy happening on the way she was acting and the way she had been acting? Then that day she having one of her most happiest days. That's what Patrick said. during his testimony. Whew, it was tough to listen to, right? Because the attention to detail wasn't there. And we're going to keep talking about attention to detail. The clip I just played, he didn't know. She was telling him that they wasn't helping her there. They wasn't talking to her. For them things she was saying about herself, and then she said she wanted to harm her children. He didn't pay attention to detail to go ask them that, right? He came up to see her 2 times only while she was there 5 days. Strange, right? So that type of attention to detail. We also found out he was going out with his homeboys, you know, all the time, having fun. I mean, you're supposed to do, but when you have her, you know, saying them things, the attention to detail wasn't there. Like I say, he didn't do it. But she was crying out for help. Her mother and father came down her. They stayed 1 day and left. Attention to detail. Because it gets real serious when you start saying something that you having these thoughts about harming the children and this man told you to do it. When the parents only stayed 1 day, him, in my opinion, or the parents, you can say the parents, it should have been more than 1 day. If it was me, in my opinion, if I'm a juror, I'm looking at that and I'm saying, okay, you should have had them stay there, or you should have had somebody here to watch over not only her, but you want her, but the kids as well. And that attention to detail wasn't there. Like I said, he didn't do it. But it was negligence on his part that he didn't pay attention to detail to. And like I said, I feel extremely bad for him because I've been there. I didn't have the type of tragedy he had, but it was the same. I had a baby die on arrival. So I understand the pain and the loss. I understand, hearing people before saying they don't want to be here no more. You have to take that type of stuff serious. And you got to take serious if somebody say stuff like he say multiple times about harming your children, that's when all deals are off. And that's why, in my opinion, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not the judge. I'm not none of them jurors. But in my opinion, watching this case, I feel like it's going to be hard for the prosecution to overcome that, in my opinion. All right? I'm speaking on what I feel. I want to speak for the other side as well, because like I said, this case, it can go either way, and people just got to accept that. Because the attention to detail wasn't there. All right? She was crying out for help. She did it. Tragedy. 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 But she was crying out for help. 1 week, 1 day before she did that, she had already told him this about her having them thoughts. And he left and went to New York for 2 days, ladies and gentlemen. And Mr. Reddington said because like they say, he's trying to say she went insane. He said, well, if you were gone for 2 days, she could have did it again, right? He said, yes, in theory. Shout out to Chrissy. Oh, thank you. The first comment I heard, Chrissy 7183. This case is heartbreaking. And which way? Because the case isn't over, right? And I feel extremely heartbroken, like Chrissy, for all involved. But I'm leaning on not guilty, right? Because, like I said, a week and 1 day before she did that, he left for 2 days. And if it was a plan, in my opinion, like the prosecution said, she could have did it then. And would have had 2 whole days to have to do that. Whew, so I'm telling you, when a person say they want to take themselves away from this world, you got to tell them they need some medicine. You got to try to make a listen. But when they say they have thoughts about harming your chick, and they coming to you, yes, all that med she was on as well. And she was really sick. She was coming to him, telling him. And then when the kids got mentioned, that should have been it. And like I said, my condolences to Mr. Patrick Clancy, because he didn't do it. But me covering this case and being truthful, he didn't pay his attention to detail. He didn't pay attention to the cries for help, her coming to him. You come to me saying you want to harm my children if you're my significant other. Then you will never be with them by yourself. You're going to get took, even if I have to put you on a straight jacket or call the police, or, to come here to get you to an institution. That's what's going to happen. Like I said, I don't know what he was thinking, and he didn't do it, right? But I'm looking at this. She coming to you, asking you to do this. I mean, that she's having these thoughts. And you take a trip for 2 days, then even when she's having the thoughts, you're going out during the week with the kids. Then you say when you went out on that tragic day, she was having the happiest day. It's been shout out to the beautiful cat, and I missed you too. Man, the OG show, man. Is he still on? Man, I kept pushing mine back because the OG is like numero uno to me, man. He put me in this game, man. Right, that's my guy. Right, like real talk. Damn, but I'm gonna catch the last. Damn, but I had to start it though, cause because I didn't know the OG was coming on. And OG, man, if you ain't subscribed to Will the Glera, And if you on this channel, if you ain't subscribed to Will the Clever, go subscribe to him. And I appreciate the OG so much, man. I just appreciate him for everything. And I can't wait till we get that interview right. Oh, I can't wait. We just got to get a time. It's gonna. That's my most important one. But yeah, so his attention to detail and Patrick Clancy was not there. And oh yeah. We just gotta figure out the date. That's what we've been talking about. And yeah, Patrick Clancy attention to detail wasn't there. Cause I'm telling y'all, when I first started hearing the prosecution lady, everybody didn't like her. Right? And I don't know why. A lot of people didn't like her. But I thought she was doing a good job because she was in presenting her case, and she's doing a great job now. No matter what side, she's doing a great job. The defense too, right? And we're gonna get this into that, and we got a good show, right? But when Reddington got up there and seeing that he wasn't paying attention and he was negligent to a lot of things in this case, that's what got to me. And I want y'all to see this again, and then we're gonna start the show, because then I want to talk about the other side, the emotion, because the jury does the walkthrough.
Group therapy on January 1st for 45 minutes, a session about illness and symptom management.
I was aware of some group activities. I didn't know the details of it.
And were you aware that she participated in 2 group therapy sessions, one for 45 minutes and one for 50 minutes, one on self-compassion and one on illness and symptom management on January 3rd?
I wasn't aware of the subject of any of the meetings, no.
Were you aware that she declined further group therapy and treatment in the afternoon of January 3rd?
No.
Were you aware that on January 4th she participated in a group for 40 minutes called medication management?
No.
Were you aware that she participated in a group on January 5th on expressive therapy for 45 minutes?
No.
And were you aware that she declined further treatment 2 times on January 5th, one to attend group therapy and one to attend a session on cognitive behavioral processes?
No.
Were you aware that Lindsey asked the doctors to be discharged on the 6th, Friday the 6th, because she wanted to go to Cora's birthday party on the 7th?
Not that I recall.
Were you aware, or did Lindsey tell you that she then asked the doctors to discharge her on January 5th because she wanted to go home and get ready for the party?
I wasn't aware of Lindsey asking the doctors to be discharged.
Okay.
Wow.
Were there any insurance issues in terms of insurance refusing to pay for her stay at McLean Hospital?
We didn't really get to that point.
You weren't advised by the social worker or any staff there that there were any issues with your insurance, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct, but I wouldn't have cared either.
Would you have just paid for it if needed?
I would have paid anything, yeah.
Cora, correct?
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about what Cora was like in January of 2023, what her interests were?
Cora was into princesses.
That was the prosecution, and that's what had me a little shaky. But then when Reddington started hitting him with it, yeah, and she's doing a great job. Because I'm telling you now, it's emotions that play into this. Yeah, it's our civic duty to judge the evidence, but the walkthrough, jury does the walkthrough today. Shout out to the beautiful Mark in the building. Man, free Ricky. Man, shout out to the OG too, Will the Glare, man. He shouted me out on his show tonight about me covering this Richard Allen case, man. He told everybody to come check, man. I got so much love for that guy, the OG, man. Real talk. No cap. But emotions play a big part, and I want everybody to know this. It does. If you don't think people's emotions can get affected, right, man, shout out to my OG, man, the Will of Clara, man. Shout out to the beautiful Ma. If you don't think that people emotions can play a toll after all the evidence they done seen so far, the prosecution lady, that's why I said she showed the last clothes they was in, right? And we're gonna see, as we're gonna see today, we're gonna see the detectives talking about the scene. You're gonna see them weeping, right? I want people to understand this ain't it's the prosecution is delivering where they bringing it to the table evidence, but what side I'm on, I think she's innocent because of insanity, because the people around her, especially Mr. Clancy, and my condolences to him, right, because he didn't do it, but his attention to detail of her coming to him was not there. Her mother and father came up and stayed one day, and they left. 1 week and 1 day before the tragedy happened, right? One week and 1 day before that tragedy happened, he already knew she done had multiple thoughts about harming them children. And he went to New York for 2 days. And my condolences to him, but his attention to detail was not there, right? And that's why you don't see him as the typical witness of being mad, right? He wants her, he says she is innocent and not guilty. And I think that is truth to that too. And also, yeah, and also, yeah, you're right. And also, he felt guilty because she came to him. And he is already remarried. And he's staying in New York now. But she came to him. And shout out to User. User was on her with me the first night talking about that. And that's why I was like, damn, why wasn't he there with her like that? But I was thinking about that, but I was just still, looking at it because the prosecution was delivering to me. But then when the prosecution played that part, and then I heard the cross-examination by Mr. Reddington, I said his attention to detail wasn't there at all. So let me turn y'all up, then we're gonna get salute. My baby boy up. And he wanna say something to y'all. Catherine here, and everybody who ain't seen him, he wanna say something to y'all real quick. Say Sunray. Say Sunray.
Sunray.
Say hey, Sunray.
Hey, Sunray. Alligator.
Crocodile.
Alligator.
Crocodile.
Crocodile.
Say it. Say crocodile.
Crocodile.
Look. Say crocodile.
Crocodile.
Say sunray.
Sunray.
Yeah, so he want to say, hey, sunrise. He want to say, hey, sunrise. Man, I want to show y'all, although I got this fresh cut, but they might copyright me, but I don't care. Fuck it. This was the day before yesterday. We got that fresh cut. Oh, no, I ain't got no music on here. Fresh cut, shouty. You see how he coming? Oh, yeah, we like that around here. Oh, look how he coming though. Yeah. Yeah, you see how, we see how you coming on camera. Oh yeah, he like that. He all the way like that. Oh yeah, fresh to death. Oh, he gonna stay like that. Regardless, you hear me? Regardless. Call him Mr. Fresh to death. Oh yeah. He gonna stay like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how he coming. He said, "What's popping though?" Trying to find that other video I did. What I heard there. I'm finna I got to upload that shit. But yeah, he just want to say what's up. He want to say what's up. My baby handsome and shit. And like the reason why I'm showing him off like I do, cause not in this community, but somebody said my baby was ugly. I ain't take it personal. I just like, are you kidding me? I was like, excuse me? I was like, excuse me? I was like, hello? But you know, it is what it is. People gonna be who people gonna be. But you know how we coming though. Y'all know how we coming though. Fresh cut. That's how we do. Like, stop playing. But yeah. Oh yeah. But getting back to it, oh yeah, for sure. Getting back to it though, it's sad, and the reason why this is sad to me, right, is because I see a guy like Richard Allen, you know, and what he going through, right? See, you know what's crazy in this case? She actually did it. The evidence is there, but she's not guilty because of negligence. It's zero freaking evidence in the Richard Allen case. I mean, zero. Zero. You don't know about this lady? Thank you, Captain. Nah, Rick is really innocent. No, she really murdered them kids, but in my opinion, and I want other people to say what you feel like, girl. I want everybody to know it's okay to not agree with me. But she was, I'm looking at it as a juror now because being in this community, that's what I learned. You know, like she came to him and he know what he said on the stand. It's definitely not okay, but she wasn't right. And then I see guys like Richard Allen, it's zero freaking fucking evidence against him. I mean, not nothing. Nothing. And he going through what he going through. Your friend blocked you and called you cruel over this case? Oh my. See, you know what happened? They weren't paying attention. They weren't paying attention. Over this case? Oh, why though? See, that's what I want people to understand. You got the right to have a difference of opinion. I don't care about that. Right? But be okay with somebody else's opinion, not agreeing with that. And we can have a civil conversation without being nasty to each other. It's okay to not agree, like the beautiful Laura. Like the beautiful Laura said. It's like, can we all walk on water? No. No. We can't all walk on no water. No. All right? We can't walk on no water, y'all. All right? So, you don't think she's innocent yeah, but we could have, I prompt Mark. Listen, one thing I want you to know, man, look, I'm not going to agree with everything somebody say, like, and that's what I got caught up, in this community, you got to be on, no, it ain't about that. People can disagree with you. It's okay. If people disagree with me, please disagree with me. I'm not soft. My feelings ain't gonna get hurt because I'm gonna disagree with you if I feel like y'all wrong. And it ain't personal. It's just a disagreement. Right? But like I said, this case is crazy. But when I think about Richard Allen, there's zero evidence against him, man. Zero evidence. And when I look at stuff like this will make me go hard. I feel bad for them babies too, to death. I do. But when I see what Richard Allen going through, it makes me go even harder because this case changed me. Look what they did to this man.
Oh, holy fuck. Bloody hell. Now there's a deterioration. Like...
That was after solitary confinement. Jesus. Jesus.
Did you see his eyes?
He looks... I want to say psychotic, which is actually probably accurate.
Which is probably accurate, yeah, for sure.
And I don't mean it in that flippant...
No, you mean psychosis, I know.
Jesus, that's so...
This is somebody who's broken. He's also got the eyes of somebody who doesn't know where he is or what's going on. That's just resigned to everything. Broken. Somebody who's broken, basically. You see this kind of behavior in prisoners of war, political prisoners. You saw this look in concentration camps. You see it in hostages. So this kind of thing.
He looks like, yes, a Belsen victim.
Yeah.
I'm almost in tears, Paul. That is...
Pull yourself together, huh?
I know, I'm trying.
Man, free Richard Allen. Free Richard Allen. And like Mar said, you don't think she should be excused, and I don't either. I think she should be in the hospital for the rest of her life. All right. But what I heard is that if she innocent, it got to be a way they could do that. But if they don't put her innocent, then she free. I got to make sure I'm right about that. Catherine said, "Now answer this because one is a nurse who was given through a mental health issue. If she got misdiagnosed and meds, then she may have already too cloudy to know what was prescribed after." Yeah, babies is on another level. Yeah, I agree. Yep, and that's what I'm telling y'all. That's why, like I said, and that's a great point, Ma. And that's what today was about, because you got to look at this for what it is. The juries have emotions, right? And let's get into it, because they had to go do the walkthrough today. Let's continue. Oh, my bad, y'all.
She had lacerations to both wrists as well as her neck.
And were those lacerations actively bleeding?
No.
Lindsey Clancy was found on the ground behind her house after falling from the second-floor bedroom window. She says she tried to take her life after killing her 3 young children. The prosecutors don't buy it. They say it was a fake attempted suicide done to cover up the murders.
The defendant made claims she heard a voice, a male voice, a voice that she had never heard before, a voice that she never heard again. And that voice told her that it was her last chance, that she had to kill the kids so that she could kill herself.
Lindsey admits killing the children, but denies having criminal responsibility because of postpartum psychosis and over-medication. And now prosecutors have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Lindsey's mental health issues had nothing to do with killing her children.
I told y'all, whether you think she's innocent and she went insane, that prosecution lady is doing a hell of a job. I'm telling you, emotions, like Mar say, these are babies. And this right here could change everything to walk through, y'all. I'm telling you. They're going to say some stuff in here going to make you understand why she may be convicted. So let's continue.
Through the years here at Court TV, I've covered a lot of cases out of Massachusetts, and almost in every single case, they do a jury view. The jury gets to go to the scene of the alleged crime. Sometimes they do it, and a lot of times they do it before the trial even begins. But in this case, the jury's heard some of the evidence, and now they are going to go visit. Now, you may recall the jury in the Karen Reed trial went to 34 Fairview. And let me tell you, it's eye-opening. It's absolutely eye-opening. I had seen pictures and videos of that home, and until I personally went there, I didn't realize how small that front yard was, and it made me look at the evidence much, much differently and with much more clarity. And I think these jury views are so important. So in this case, one of the most important places they're going to, obviously, is the Duxbury home of Lindsey and Patrick. They no longer live there. Someone else is living there, so it's slightly intrusive. But it's a triple murder trial. So there's an ability for the jury to go there to get an idea of what the house is like. And the house in this case is significant for 2 reasons, I believe. One is the alleged suicide, right? The alleged suicide attempt. Prosecution defense don't agree. They do not agree. Prosecutors believe it was fake attempt, and the defense obviously believes that she really did try to take her life. So taking a look at the back of that house is so important to try to understand that. And just to be on the ground, to look at the window, is it even possible that someone could fake it, try to get out of that window without hurting themselves seriously, like Lindsey Clancy actually did? So I think that's really significant. The other part is going inside the home where the homicides took place, right? To see the basement, where it is in relation to the upstairs, and the relationship between the 2 different rooms where children were found. Extremely, extremely important. I know the defense didn't think it was important, but it is. I mean, the jury is trying to get to the truth. And to me, visiting the scene of the alleged crime gets you there a lot easier than a photograph, a 3D diagram, or anything else. To actually be on the ground where this took place gives you a much clearer perspective. Even if some things have changed, like the people who live in the house and some of the decorations, it's really the bones of the house that matter: the stairs, the basement, the bedroom, the windows, the exterior of the home. So,
man, they last clothes they was in, them workout things that was wrapped around them beautiful kids' neck. Spots of blood that was on the floor. This is real. And Catherine say something was effed up with that prescription. No excuses for what she did. I think Lindsey is in her own prison. Yeah, it was a lot wrong with this. Mar says she is paralyzed, so she is paying already as well. I don't think she should go to prison, but the law is the law. Has it been on my side as well? Yeah. Oh, wait. It just sucked to just know about it, but let's continue because this is real, y'all. I know y'all say it's been remodeled, but they know what they seen and they know what house they in. And they went back to court today and a little bit, you know, and they gonna go back to court again and they're gonna see this again. They gonna remember that was the house they was in. Like I said, she was crying out for help. I think it was negligent. I ain't excusing nothing. I am totally my condolences for what happened in this situation. But the negligence was there. Even before a lot of the other prescriptions. And if y'all know about Seroquel, that Seroquel have you looking like a zombie. But let's go to the next video.
Take a listen, because here's the judge instructing the jury before they leave the courthouse, get in a bus, and go to the jury view.
Members, the jury are about to visit and go by a number of places that you've heard testimony about during the trial. And the terminology we use for that, as I've said, is a view. Now, the purpose of the view is to help you better understand the evidence that you've heard and will hear during the trial, and to help you appreciate the location, surroundings about these different areas. All right. Now, the view that you're going to take is part of the case. The observations that you make while on the view may be used by you and considered by you in your deliberations in reaching a verdict. So you can consider what you're about to see during the course of the view. The places that we're going to go to in this case, we're going to drive to the CVS that was described. I'm not going to get out, but we're going to see where that is. Then we're going to drive by that restaurant, 3V, I think it's called, in Plymouth. So we're going to drive there. Then we're going to go back to the home, which is at and you'll have an opportunity to go inside the house. You'll go in there with the court officers, the lawyers, myself. And because we've got a large jury here, what we're probably going to do is break it up into maybe 3 groups of 6. All right, so we'll take 6 and we'll all go down. We'll look at different areas. The attorneys will point out certain things they may want you to take note of. But you can look at everything as far as just view it. When you're in there, you're not to do any independent research. You're not to kind of open up drawers or open up doors or anything like that. So the attorneys will give you an opportunity. We'll give you an opportunity to just kind of look around and view.
Them are the instructions. I don't know if you want to know it. Oh, that's so funny, God. Yeah, all those medications. The crying out for help. It was there. But these jurors are getting instructed. They've been knowing about this day. And this day was an important day. This is like a crucial day for the prosecution. And the way she has been building this case, like when she showed them the last clothing they was in, y'all, that was bananas. When she showed the things that was wrapped around their neck, that was bananas. Emotion plays in this. You were told to do your civic duty. That's what you're supposed to do. That's why I'm glad I'm in this community and I understand now. Oh, wait. Let's continue.
We've got some video from the view. They allow one camera in there to shoot video. And this is the bus that's taken off. Obviously, the windows are blacked out. We don't want to see the jury. Not interested. But here they are getting ready for this view. And this is the restaurant, 3V. So they drove to 3V in the bus. No reason to go in necessarily. They've seen the video in. It's just like the location and where it is in relationship to the home and obviously where it is in relation to CVS. Remember, prosecutors believe this whole thing was planned and plotted. This restaurant was specifically chosen because of the distance and time that it would take to get there. And there we see the bus getting back on the road and leaving 3V on their way to stop by to see the CVS. So you can see the distance between the two. What's interesting is they're not taking the exact route that was taken by Patrick that day. If I did the view, I would have done it that way. Start at the house, drive to CVS, drive to 3V, then drive back, and then do a view of the house. Or you could do the view of the house first and then do the drive. So there they are. And this is I believe the strip mall where, in fact, the CVS is. And again, just watching the bus. Wonder what folks think when they see this. One thing that was pointed out is that you don't have the huge police presence that you have generally in these things. And that was actually discussed early on in this case. So here's the CVS. Okay. That's the CVS in question. Again, that's where Patrick Clancy went. We saw the video of him inside the CVS, and we saw him going up and down the aisles. That's when he makes a call back. And this is only a few minutes away from the actual home. So let's get to the video of the home now, because this is, to me, the most important part of the view. Yeah, driving there, I get it. But then to see the actual home, the size, the windows. Now, the jury went inside the home, but the camera not going in there. Someone else lives there. I mean, it's one thing. We have a jury view. I get it. The jury gets to go in there to kind of walk the stairs, see the bedroom in relationship to the basement. That's important. But for the media, the public, we don't need to go inside these people's home. We've got the photos, so we have an idea. But for the jury, to me, the most important part for the jury in this view would be going to the back of the home where Lindsey Clancy attempted or allegedly attempted to take her own life. And to me, that's the most significant part of the outside of the home. When you get inside the home, again, it's the relationship that everything has to one another. So that was the jury view. The jury headed out. They got to see it. Now they have I think we'll have a clearer perception of the evidence as it comes in. Now let's get back to the evidence.
Beautiful Kayla was popping. Boy, I must ain't see you come in here. I'm sorry if I missed you. I'm sorry, Kay. You know that was on accident. Look, I'm telling you. Good morning, Kayla. This is real, y'all. The 3 kids are gone. Okay. They get to put all the pieces together of what the prosecution lady has been presenting. And she has been firing on all cylinders to get a conviction. And she ain't playing. Thank you, beautiful Kayla. Let me pin that to the top. This is real going to that house, y'all. Like I told you.
We've got some video from the view. They allow one camera in there to shoot video. And this is
my bad, y'all. I accidentally played that. Going to that house and knowing that is the scene where them babies got killed, that could make your skin crawl. They can go through you. That could change the game on you because you was in her. You got to hear the 911 call that the public didn't get to hear. You got to hear all of that. Oh, yeah, sunrise with the sun rays, yo. That's about what time I come every night. Like I tell y'all, that prosecution lady could get a conviction. She is putting together a hell of a case. And now, what's strong with her case, what the defense didn't want is all the police and all the ambulance people to come in, right? They didn't want that. And it's understandable because they said that it will bring prejudice to the client, but I have to understand why the judge brought it in. He said that he has to let the prosecution deliver their case. And with them able to hear all these people and you have them people crying on the stand, the emotions coming out, that is real. I'm telling y'all, don't be surprised. Let's continue.
And a witness, Mark Anthony Maffeo, from the Duxbury Police. And he testified about several things, including his observations of Lindsey Clancy herself. And I think this part is significant because it's a big theme for prosecutors. How bad were those wounds, those self-inflicted wounds on Lindsey Clancy? Were they superficial or were they severe, life-threatening? Let's take a listen to the testimony of the officer.
So when you were at the South Shore Hospital, did you have an opportunity to observe Lindsey Clancy?
I did.
And what condition was she when you observed her at South Shore Hospital?
She appeared sedated and unconscious with several lacerations to her arms and neck.
Okay. I'm showing you now what's been marked as Exhibit 110, and who was the individual depicted in this photograph?
Lindsey Clancy.
And those are the injuries that you observed that day of her on her neck?
Correct.
And showing you on the screen what's been marked as Exhibit number 111. Again, is that Lindsey Clancy?
Yes.
And the injuries that you observed on January 24th on her neck?
Correct.
And 112, Exhibit 112, in the middle of this photograph with an arm extended, there are some cuts in a cut in the middle. Did you observe those on January 24th as well?
I did.
And finally, Exhibit 113, that would be the other arm. Did you observe those cuts to that arm?
Yes.
Yeah, Kayla, he coming though. I know who you're talking about. Oh, wait, Jerry got to hear this, y'all. 3 kids are gone because of that defendant. What do you think? It was because she was insane, or what do you think? It was a plan, like the prosecution do. This hit hard with them. Let's continue.
Take your life. Now, on cross-examination, the defense pointed out something else that was observed there in the bedroom, the level of blood that was in the bedroom and on the clothes of Lindsey Clancy. They want to say, listen, yeah, those photos, she's not bleeding, but that's because all the blood was soaked up in other places. Let's take a look and a listen.
And one of the things counsel had asked you about was the clothing that Lindsey was wearing, and it was cut off, right?
Correct.
So I'm just going to show you and ask if this appears to be a fair and accurate depiction, rendition of, for example, one of her items of clothing.
Yes.
Okay, well, I don't know that, so I'm just going to just make sure it's in, that's all. Does that show that there's blood on that item of clothing?
Not that I see.
Okay. Was there some type of residue of paint or something on the clothing, if you recall?
I don't recall, no.
No. Did you notice on the pants any blood on the jeans? Well, if you recall.
I don't recall, no.
How about I guess it would be the top that was worn. Did you notice any blood on that?
No.
Was there a bra that was cut off, if you recall? So,
yes, there was.
And the blood seeped through the clothing into the bra itself? Is that correct?
Correct.
And that would be obviously from outside the clothing and then into the bra that was being worn, right?
Correct.
And when you went into the bedroom, you made observations as a detective of certain items, such as, does this appear to be a fair, accurate rendition of the floor, blood drops on the floor?
It does. Yes.
Is this a indication of the bed itself, the right side of the bed, additional blood that was located on the floor next to the books?
Yes.
Does this appear to be the nightstand that was next to the bed?
It does.
And do you see what's on top of the nightstand?
Yes.
Well, what's on top of the nightstand?
There's 2 cups, a knife, looks like a jar or something, and maybe a clock.
Okay. Also blood drops?
Correct.
This is a additional photograph moving farther down towards the right side of the bed?
Correct.
This is a close-up of the knife that was on the nightstand, as well as the little cup that was there, and something that says deep sleep pillow spray. You see that?
Yep.
And that was on that top of the furniture, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And this again is an area depicting various items of clothing. It looks like a little headband, a wire perhaps to charge a phone, and blood on the floor.
Correct.
And this shows the location of the bed. Additional photograph of the blood towards the end of the bed, and also the area of the window, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And it'll be up to the jury to decide, is that enough blood to demonstrate that, hey, she was really trying to take her life when she took that knife to her wrists and to her throat. Now that
Okay. You are the truth. You know we love you. I know you getting ready for work. I appreciate you to death. Now, Mom made though. Ma say it's not right and it's illegal. She is guilty. And I just typed, Ma, I can see how you see that seriously, right? I can see how a lot of people see that. And I'm not mad at y'all, right? And that's why I say it could go either way. It's just on my end, because I'm telling you, man, I would that first live I did about this since this trial started. Even that long live I did where I covered the whole thing for like 6 hours, but I was with no conviction that this woman is guilty. But like the beautiful Kayla told me the other day, she has to be convicted of something. She got to, because it's like if she ain't convicted of nothing, then is she just going to be able to get out there wrong free? get it, y'all, because, man, this right here make you look at it now. Even though I'm saying negligence, you know, like I said, as the trial go on, you got a right to look at something to where you say, "Ooh wee." So as we continue, you're gonna see what I'm saying. Ooh wee. Let's continue.
Now, there was another moment I want to share with you. This is Dr. Benjamin Kaufman, ER doctor, who treated little baby Callan, who survived for a couple of days, but described the condition that the child was in. And I want you to pay close attention to the reaction of Lindsey Clancy as the doctor is testifying, because as you see it, the jury sees it as well. So let's take a look.
Hold up real quick, y'all. I want everybody to put them love right now. I love you to death. You're just a wonderful person. And you your spirit is just phenomenal. And I'm wording this right because it's the way I want. I do it because sometimes y'all know if things want to be said, but I just want to let you know, man, you are the best, and you know that I appreciate you thoroughly, and you know that everything in me is with you and your entire family. You are a blessing to this whole community, and I am on everything with you. I want you to know that. There she is. It just, yeah, it just came to me. But I want you to know I love you to death, and you know that I got our love for you and your family. You know we rocking with y'all and sending beautiful things y'all way, and you know that. I want you to know that. I want you to know that because I want you to know that. I want you to know that. You you keep me going. Not just you, but a lot of other people too. I'm speaking specifically to you because, you know, and I'm speaking around. So I want you to know that I'm going to email you when I get a chance. But just know all the beautiful spirits from, like the beautiful Catherine just said, sunrise with sun rays. Boy, that should be it. That's the new name, man. Oh, Catherine, oh, can I use that name? Pretty please. That should be the new name. We're throwing all these beautiful waves your way. Just know that. Yeah, and I want you to know all of the prayers are with you. Are with you. I got so much love for you, Miss Laura. It just, like I said, just know that. And yeah, prayers are your way, and I know God ain't gonna put nothing on you and that you can't handle. No quit. No. No. But this case right here, I'm telling you, this right here today, jury does the walkthrough. Oh, this was tough. Oh, okay, I ain't gonna bundle. This was tough, right? The house been remodeled, okay. But as a juror, them emotions of how they been painting this picture of the scene. And you knowing you finna go here. Not only there, you finna go to the CVS and the where he went to pick up their food. Yeah. Yep. Because I'm telling you right here, the way these officers was on stand and the way they showed like the outside and stuff. Let's continue. And look at that. Look at that. Look. You know, and I'm just saying, because like I said, she was crying out for help. And the negligence was there. It was there, y'all. So I'm with her being in the hospital for the rest of her life, but if you know, because I just can't see a guilty when they didn't. Oh, this got me emotional because 3 children was involved, y'all. 3 children. Oh, wait. And they go into this scene. You seen they showed the neck things that was around. Let's go to the next one.
First responders who showed up at the Clancy house, what they saw, what they heard, almost indescribable, but they have to describe it. So Stephen Hall from the Duxbury Police Department interacted with Lindsey and then went down into the basement where these 3 children were lifeless on the ground, the baby just grasping onto a heartbeat, onto some breaths, but the other 2 already gone. Let's take a listen now to the testimony of Stephen Hall as he describes the indescribable.
While you and Officer Josephine are there, do other first responders, such as firefighters, start to arrive?
Yes, they started to arrive, and I went to the gate to direct them where to go.
And how did you know they had arrived?
You could hear the sirens.
So you heard the sirens and went to the gate to tell them to come to that side?
Correct.
While you were doing this, did Patrick Clancy stay with you?
At one point, he went inside to say he was going to check on his children.
And did you see what entrance he used to go into the house?
He went towards the backslider.
Shortly after Patrick Clancy went inside the home, did you receive a call on your radio?
Yes.
And what did you hear on your radio?
Dispatch said that he couldn't wake them up.
And did you know what they were talking about when you initially heard that?
Not really, no.
Did something then catch your attention?
Yeah, I heard a loud scream from inside.
And could you tell where it was coming from?
Just inside the house.
And the screaming, was it words or just sound?
It was just a sound.
When you heard that screaming, what did you do?
Myself and Officer Josephine ran towards the slider and entered into the house.
And when you entered into the house, do you remember what room you entered into?
Into a kitchen.
And when you entered into the kitchen, could you still hear that screaming?
No. We could hear he was talking, but the screaming was done.
When you said he was talking, who was talking?
Patrick Clancy.
Do you recall him saying, I can't wake them up, I can't get them up?
Yes.
And do you remember his demeanor as he was saying that?
He seemed very upset.
What did you do in response to that?
He came from a back room, so we ran into that back room.
Sir, showing you Exhibit 89. Is that the view when you first come down the stairs and turn to the right?
Yes.
And then showing you Exhibit 90. Are those exercise bands there tied to the closet door?
Yes.
91, just a close-up of that, correct?
Yes.
And then 92, what are we seeing in this photograph, sir?
That was the back room that he seemed to be coming from.
That Patrick was coming from?
Yes.
You also looked at 2 photographs from that room. Are those fair and accurate depictions of how the room looked that day?
Yes.
And what did you see when you got to that back room?
Just past the door on the left side, there was a body of a young child.
And do you remember what position the child was in?
He had his feet towards the door and his head towards the wall.
And was he on his back or his stomach?
He was on his back.
And do you recall what he was wearing?
He was shirtless. I believe he was just in a diaper or underwear of some sort.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Do you understand they heard this the day before yesterday, right? And they went out and seen that, because it's what y'all know they just heard. But they went to this house yesterday, but the day before that, they heard this. Like the beautiful Laura say, so many mixed emotions. This case breaks my heart for all. Exactly. More say it's awful. Kevin said, no, I have not watched the trial daily. I have to take breaks. Yeah, breaks are a must. Oh, y'all. It's tough, y'all. It's tough. Let's continue.
And showing you Exhibit 93, if you wouldn't mind just pointing out where you saw his body.
Yes, sir.
Record reflect he's pointed to the area of the yellow exercise band.
It may reflect that.
And sir, that yellow exercise band, did you see that in that position when you saw the body of the child on the floor?
Yes.
Exhibit 94 was up to that position. Sir, did you later learn that child's name was Dawson Clancy?
I did.
And can you describe his physical appearance when you saw him?
He was discolored, like a bluish purple.
Do you remember what his face and neck looked like?
No.
Sure. Sir, showing you what's been marked as Exhibit 95. Is this what you saw when you went down the stairs and went to the left, that first view?
Yes.
And then showing you Exhibit 96. Is that a further view as you go into the room?
Yes.
Now, when you went into that room, what did you see?
There were 2 children on the floor, motionless, and EMTs and paramedics were working on them.
And did you later learn that those children were Cora Clancy and Callan Clancy?
Yes.
Did you do anything to assist the medics at that time?
I asked if they needed any equipment.
And did they ask you to get some equipment?
They asked me to grab a heart monitor.
And did you do that?
I went and found the fire captain to ask where I could grab one, and he was pretty upset. So I ended up going back downstairs into the basement.
Man. Oh, wait, that's riveting. To just see him, hear the hard breaths. That's an older gentleman. He got kids, grandkids, right? He reliving what he had to see that night. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh we. Oh we, yeah, like Kayla said, Laura is the best. Oh my, like I say, y'all. And like Kayla told me, like Kayla, what was we talking about the other day? Like, she got to be guilty of something or she won't being nothing because she can't walk on this earth. But like I said, she has to be in somewhere. But I'm sorry, when of course. This right here is what they had to hear the day before they went to this house. This is real. Let's continue.
If I could show you Exhibit 96 again and just ask if you could just point to us where you saw each child.
Okay.
Here. That's appropriate. Not here.
So for the record, the first area you pointed to was in between the blood stain and the black exercise band. Is that correct?
Correct.
And then the second area was over in front of that small nightstand or some type of shelving unit.
Yes.
Not easy for that police officer. He's a big, tough guy. But to come across, you can see he's trying to hold on, contain his emotions, but he's still feeling the impact of what he saw as he is reliving that day, that horrible day where he went down in the basement and found 3 children lifeless. I mean, wiped out, a family destroyed. And it does give you some idea because it's rare that you'll see a police officer. They've seen things, they're trained, they're professionals, obviously. But it's rare where you can see that the gravity of what they encountered and what they saw is impacting them emotionally to the point that here we are at the trial years later, and still it has a lasting impact on him. Now the question is, the jury is experiencing the same thing. How will it impact them?
Oh, and like Kayla just stated, if she goes free, she will legally not be made to go to a mental health facility. Yeah, Kayla the best, Lord. She her rock with me all day, every day. Kayla said in order for her to be forced to go to a mental health facility, she has to be convinced of something. Oh, But I'm telling you, it could be a conviction in this case. All right? That's real. They saying this. Now watch, let's continue. Watch this.
I want to take some time now to take a closer look at some of these evidence photos so we have a better idea of the way things were found and some of the evidence in the case. Let's begin. We'll start in the basement. And as we take you inside the basement, this is where 3-year-old Dawson is found near that yellow exercise band. That's the area. And that's the exercise band that was used to take his life. And remember, Patrick goes in and he's removing all of these exercise bands from the children as he's trying to see if they're alive and trying to save them. And you look in the room, and what's interesting, this part of the basement, I'm wondering if he was running away into that area or not. That's always been my concern, that one of the 3 saw what was happening and attempted to get away and couldn't get away and was trapped hiding in the back room in the basement, because that's where this is. Let's take a look at the next image that we have. And this one is where 5-year-old Cora and 8-month-old Callan are found. Now it's blurred, but there's a little blood spot on the bottom right-hand part of the photo we're looking at next to an exercise band. That's where 5-year-old Cora is found. And once again, that's the exercise band that was used to take her life. She's the oldest. She's 5 years old. And that's the area. And you're wondering about the blood. We've had some questions, people wondering why there's blood in a strangulation case. Now, there's another vantage point of this same scene, and I want to take a look at that as well. And this is from sort of the other side of the room. So the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a couple of things. You'll see little Callan's pajamas, which must have been removed in life-saving efforts, next to the exercise band that was used to take Callan's life. And then to the left of there is where Callan was. Now, if you look at the top of the same photo, you'll see that other blurred blood stain and the other exercise band. That's where Cora was. So this is a photo, same room, but from a different vantage point. Brutal, right? And you can still see some of the things that were left behind in efforts to save the lives of these children. Let's take a look at the next photo that we have for you.
Yep, like Kayla just said, I'm sorry, Lord, is that right? You talk fast. Yeah, convicted, not convinced. Oh my God. Now, like Kayla just said again now, because if you think about it, if they could, she would have never been left alone with the kids. Her parents left a few times when Patrick wasn't there. Patrick also, shout out to the beautiful, pretty Cookie in the building. Patrick also left a week and a day before she committed, before that tragedy happened. And she had already told him multiple times that she had want to harm the children. Mom and dad came down and stayed for one day. Oh my. I'm telling y'all this right here. This scene right here is emotional. And because we know what happened, just think if he was on that juror. So I definitely understand how people could be convinced that she is guilty. But I am convinced that they didn't pay attention to detail with her. They were negligent. They were negligent. Right? Her cries out for help were ignored. You can say, oh, she went to the hospital, but she was lying to him, telling him that they weren't helping her. She went to 2 programs. The attention to detail, and my condolences to Patrick. He didn't do it, she did, but he was negligent. He should have went and asked that hospital, why are y'all not helping my wife? She has thoughts about harming my kids, and she has thoughts about harming her own self. As a matter of fact, he should have never left the kids stir with her after uttering them horrible words. And that's real talk. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, oh, wait, oh, wait. The doctors play a part. The negligence around this case. Me personally, I need more. Them doctors were very responsible with the meds. Like I said, I'm out here looking at the case for what it is. I thought she was guilty as Kayla. Boy, I wasn't holding back on her. I wasn't holding back on her. Because in my eyes, she did it. Until he came up and started saying them things about him not asking the doctors why they not doing this, and him leaving her, him going on a trip a week and a day, gone for 2 days. Then the defense lawyer Reddington asked him, well, if she had them thoughts, she could have did something in them 2 days. And then he said, in theory. That's powerful, y'all. Let's go to the next clip.
From the scene. Now we're taking you outside. And from my perspective, this is probably one of the most interesting and
hey, what's up to the beautiful, pretty cookie? I'm sorry if I didn't. Shout out to the beautiful, pretty cookie. I swear in my head, I think I did, but I don't know if I did. So I'm going to say it again. Shout out to the beautiful, talented, lovely, wonderful, pretty cookie. She's in the building. And I'm sorry if I didn't say it earlier. Because I'm looking at it, but I thought I said it, but my mind is telling me I said it. But my mind is also telling me I don't know if I said it. Yeah. Love you to death, pretty cookie.
From the scene. Now we're taking you outside. And from my perspective, this is probably.
See? My noodles. Oh, man.
From the scene. Now we're taking you outside. And from my perspective, this is probably one one of the most interesting and important aspects of this case, because let's not forget what the allegations are here. The defense is saying that after she killed her children, that Lindsey Clancy jumped out of the window in an attempt to take her own life. Okay? So you look at the height from this angle. Yeah, it's the second story, but it's not extraordinarily high. But it is high. It's dangerous, obviously. She's no longer walking. She was paralyzed from the fall. But there's a completely different version of what is happening here from the prosecution. That part of the plan was to fake a suicide, make it look like she attempted to take her life. Part of that are the wounds that she suffered. Are the wounds superficial? Are they actually serious wounds, right? That's part of the argument. The other part of the argument is some of the physical evidence that is found here. And this is really, really important. Take a look at both that we have here, right? So you have the top window, and then there's a window below it as well that has a little bit of an edge kind of sticking out, right? A little bit of a ledge on that second window below the bedroom window, which is on the top. So let's take a look at another vantage point in the back of the house. And here you can see some other things. You can see the window well below that first floor window, right? And that's sort of almost in line a little bit to the left of the screen. And that would have one of those partial windows to the basement. It's sort of protected there. There's also a bulkhead that you'll see all the way to the left side of the house, which is a way to get in and out of the basement from outdoors. If you wanted to exit the basement and go out to the backyard, you have that bulkhead. Very common. We saw it in the Karen Reed case as well. The 34 Fairview had one of those as well. Now I want to show you some really important photos. And we're going to begin with the bedroom window. Okay, this is the top window. The blood stains on the bottom. How did those blood stains get there? Well, we know that she had sliced her wrist and her throat. So there is blood. There's blood inside. There's blood on her. She's not bleeding profusely, but she is bleeding. So prosecutors are saying this is where she sort of held on to the ledge of that window as she was more carefully climbing out, as opposed to just jumping out, right? And this is important because of the next photo I'm going to show you in just a second. But try to imagine what would it be like if someone is trying to climb out of that window and sort of shimmy down the side of the house rather than leaping in an attempt to take their own life. Because those are the two versions that this jury's being told. What does the evidence tell us about that? What is the evidence consistent with? Prosecutors will argue that blood is consistent with her climbing out, kind of holding on to the side as she attempts to make her way down the side of the house. Because as you can see, the windows, they stick out a little bit. There's like little ledges on the top and the bottom.
Oh, wait. Whew. Blood at the bottom. Whew. I'm looking at the child. The blood at the bottom. Was you hanging on? I don't know, y'all. Let's just continue.
Let's take a look now at the top of that bottom window. This is the top of the bottom window. And there's a slight edge you can see because there's some blood behind it, but there's blood there. If she's jumping out of the window to take her life, would there be blood on that bottom window, smearing the way it is? Or, as prosecutors are saying and prosecutors are arguing, is that Lindsey Clancy climbing out of that second floor window so she can lay down in the backyard and make it look like she jumped out of the window in an attempt to take her life? Now, the problem for prosecutors is that as a result of whatever happened here, she's paralyzed. So they're saying she attempted to do that, but slipped somehow and I guess fell on her head and is now paralyzed. The defense, obviously, I think still has the advantage in trying to paint the picture of whether or not this was an attempt to take her own life because of the result of what happened. But prosecutors are saying, no, look at the blood evidence. Look at the smears. No. She's trying to make her way down the side of this house, which isn't as high as you think. And the jury saw it at the jury view, right? So they know exactly. They're able to eyeball it. But that blood stain, what does that blood stain tell you? Does that tell you she jumped or shimmied in an attempt to make this look like a suicide attempt when it actually wasn't? So this issue of whether or not the suicide attempt was real or fake. So you got the blood pattern, the blood stains on the home, but you also have Lindsey Clancy herself, the wounds she was suffering from, and how she was acting and reacting to people who were coming to try to help her and save her life. So I want you to take a listen. We've got three of the first responders' testimony here talking about their interactions with Lindsey Clancy and their observations as well. Let's take a look.
Yeah, that's a great point, Kayla. I mean, if she was going to jump, gonna run and jump, she might get hung, and it's not a big window. Kayla said she hit hard enough to paralyze. She did. And Vinny gonna talk about that at the end. And Vinny gonna say it's gonna be hard for the defense to prove it. But see, this is why I want to play the other side, right? Legs are paralyzed. The legs I don't know. I'm just like, did she fall on her feet? And then it twisted and I'm just trying to see her. Did she? I don't know. So I'm just thinking to myself, the jury got to look at that thing, your legs paralyzed. And not just that, these paramedics is finna hit us with something hard. Y'all check this out.
And what did you see in the backyard?
We had Officer Hall kind of directing us towards the side of to the side gate, and from there we went around to the back of the house.
And did you see a female on the ground?
We did.
And did you learn that was Lindsey Clancy?
Yes.
Do you recall what she was wearing?
I believe it was jeans and a tank top.
Did she also have socks on?
I believe so.
And did you examine her or assess her once you reached her?
Yes.
And what, if any, injuries did you observe?
She had lacerations to both wrists as well as her neck.
And were those lacerations actively bleeding?
No.
Can you describe the lacerations that you saw on her neck?
There was dry blood, seemed to be somewhat superficial since there was no active bleed.
And what about the cuts on her wrists?
Same.
Right there. Superficial. That plays right into the prosecution argument here. These are superficial wounds. This guy, this is an EMT. This is someone who responds. He's from the fire department. Like, he's seen this before. This is superficial. There's no active bleeding taking place. She didn't really want to take her own life. That's what the prosecution is going to use this to argue. Let's watch.
And would you say same? Are you saying that there was no active bleeding there?
Correct.
Okay. And what, if anything, did you do to treat those wounds?
We bandaged them up. I believe we placed a ABD pad, just a sterile pad, on her neck as well.
You said an APD or a sterile pad. Is that just a type of like gauze or something that you put on the wound?
Yes.
Okay. And so you did that, and then you bandaged the wrists, or vice versa?
It was the wrist first, I believe, but we did secure the airway first before bandaging her wrist.
Okay. So when you first arrived, is she breathing on her own?
She was.
Was she responsive?
Somewhat.
What does that mean?
Not totally responsive. Pretty much the painful stimuli.
And what is painful stimuli?
As we were moving her, she somewhat regained consciousness on us.
Okay. And painful stimuli, is that when someone reacts physically or verbally to pain?
Yes.
And so you said that you assess her when you first get there. You said you did the airway first, is that right?
Yes.
And how did you go about doing that?
We placed an OPA device to secure her tongue down, just to protect her airway.
What's an OPA device?
It's a plastic device that depresses the tongue just to keep the airway open.
Okay, so it's not the tube that goes down?
No.
It's just something that holds the tongue down?
That's correct.
Okay. And after you did that, what was the next step?
We placed a non-rebreather air mask on her and set the oxygen.
So is that just a mask that goes on the face providing oxygen?
Yes.
And then what did you do next?
From there, that's when we heard the scream.
Oh, wait. See, I don't know what the jury thinking. Each individual, right? But they heard the 911 call. They tell us how he was screaming. They explained to us how they found the kids. No, thank you, Catherine. They did the walkthrough today. So let's get to this last clip.
I just went over to the paramedic and asked what I can help him with. He said she was good, but she kept taking her face mask off for oxygen, and so I just kept replacing it back onto her face.
And when you say she, you're referring to Lindsey Clancy?
Yes.
And did you see a patient there in the backyard?
Yes, we did.
And where was she located?
She was on the ground with a duck spray firefighter. She was already C-spined on a longboard with a collar. She was unresponsive, but breathing on the ground.
And did you learn her name was Lindsey Clancy?
Yes.
And when you say she was already on a board with a C-spine, what type of equipment are we talking about? And if you could just explain to the jurors.
So it's just a long flat board that we use to secure people when there's possible spinal injury, and she already had the collar on her neck. They had already started treatment prior to our arrival, so they had her all secured to the long backboard with the collar applied.
And did you notice anything about her wrists at that time?
Yes, her wrists were bandaged previously, assuming some kind of injury. There was no active bleeding or anything through the bandage. It was just that her wrists were bandaged.
Was it white bandaging?
Yes.
And so nothing was seeping through to your eye? Did you see anything on her neck area?
She had some superficial lacerations that we could see around the collar, but we don't typically remove equipment after it's already been placed. So I didn't investigate any further than that. There was no active bleeding that I could see, so we just left it alone.
So there was, even with the collar, there was nothing, no blood flowing out of the collar or pooling around her or anything like that?
Correct.
Was she breathing?
She was.
Was she responsive?
No.
Was she making any noise at all?
She was moaning and groaning, but no words, no verbal response.
Did you bring her to your ambulance?
Yes, we did.
And when you got to the ambulance, what was your role?
I was the tech in charge, so we did as much of an assessment as we could without removing her from the board to look for any further injuries. Other than the injuries that the Duxbury Fire Department had already found, we didn't find any further injuries. And then we continued to treatment, vital signs, and such.
When you did the assessment, did you look at her head?
Yes.
Were there any cuts or bumps or dents that you noticed in her head?
Not that we noticed, no.
What about her arms, other than the bandaging on her wrist? Were there any cuts, obvious broken bones, or injuries to her arms or her hands?
No obvious broken bones or anything, no.
Okay. If she was able to walk, if she wasn't paralyzed, prosecutors would have a lot of ammo here. But the big fact that they're going to have to overcome is that she did exit that second story window and now can no longer walk. So to me, it's going to take a lot for them to prove to this jury beyond a reasonable doubt, if that's the standard, right? That is.
Who, if that is the standard, like he said, they're going to have to prove, but Moore made a great point. Because them EMTs are telling the jury she has superficial blood, which means she is not leaking. Shout out to Nuts, your business in the building. No broken bones, obviously, like lateral, whatever they said, cut. But she is paralyzed. But look at that window at the top, y'all. That's the fall. He said that's the standard by the prosecution, Laura, to prove beyond reasonable doubt that she committed this crime heinously. Yeah, it's morning. Yeah, Kelly said just because they are superficial doesn't mean she wasn't. She Kelly said realized she couldn't go deep enough and decided to just, oh, that's a great point. That's a great point, Kayla. That's a great point. Oh. Yeah, it's not okay. It's not, but like I say, I think Nunya was her. I was like, guilty. Then I heard Reddington. Then I heard, the crowd, Kayla and everybody else who was here was feeding me information. Right. It's hard for me, to say that she is innocent because of the negligence, because I know that she did do that to them 3 beautiful babies. But the evidence, the motive, the mean, and something else, it's not there to me. What's there to me is negligence. Oh yeah, Kayla is stern on that. Like we not okay with that at all. No, I think that she should be put in a hospital forever. She shouldn't be able to walk, but like I'm so confused because Kayla gave me the game, you know, that she she can't be forced into nothing. Oh, you don't believe she's into okay. No, that is. It's very dangerous to put her back out in the field, but I truly believe that she should be put in a mental hospital because she came to Patrick time and time again about her being want to take her life. And he stated that she stated a couple of times she was thinking about harming the children, which actually came to reality, and God bless their souls. She should have never been left alone with them kids. Yeah. Yeah, no. So that's, you know, and Kayla, yeah. I said, yeah. And she, guilty. Her rights will be in text. She has to be convinced to have any consequences. Yeah. Catherine says she admitted she is guilty. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And in reality, she did it. But the prosecution saying it was a plan. When he left and went on a trip for 2 days, a week and a day, when she already told him this. You don't think nothing is happening? You don't think daddy left him? Oh, Kayla, oh, wait. Yeah, it may be a hung jury. I'm saying that too because you know, like, if they say Patrick Clancy is the most important witness, if they say he is the most important, if they say he is the most important witness, which is true, then his testimony, if I'm a juror and me on the outside, is that how can I convict her? But I do want her to be in a mental facility for a long time, for the rest of her life. So I wish it was something in this thing, which I don't know. I need a document to see if it's something in this, what they doing, if they can get her to a mental hospital, but I ain't heard that, so I got to go off like it's ain't. But knowing that, you know, she have to want to go there, you can't force her there, and then wanting to go there, it's like how much time does she want to go there? Like, it has to be something that she never get out there for the rest of her life because she is dangerous. Even though I think it was negligence on people's parts, she's still dangerous. She should never be out of nothing. But I don't think she should go to prison. I think she needs to go to a mental facility where she is isolated. Yeah, like Laura said. Oh, I'm not. I don't care. I have an opinion on it. Nah, man, I love the opinions. Keep them coming more, please. Unfortunately, there is no right or wrong. There is no in between, yeah. And it bothers me. She thinks she should be free because, like I said before, if I did it during psychosis, bury me under the jail. I don't care what. I agree. Yeah, now you say prison will be the worst for her, hearing all the crazy hooting and hollering. I did not know she thought she would be free. I didn't either. And that's scary. Oh, wee. I think she needs to be locked in a mental facility for the rest of her life. Now, see, now, if that's the case, her husband said, why go through trial if you weren't? Yeah. Why go to trial? Why then try to plead to go to a mental facility? So she do think, but it's insanity. So hold up, no, but so they plead insanity, right? So if she get found innocent for insanity, they should put her in the mental. It should be guaranteed she go to a mental facility if this insanity. They put in the insanity defense. And the jury say she insane, she a danger to the public. They got rid of the mental hospitals. Yeah, today is that thought. Tomorrow maybe I agree with you, Laura. Yeah, who? Wish she didn't give a shit about herself. She wouldn't have brought it to trial. Oh, wait. Oof. Ma say the law's the law. She is guilty. Ma say she is. No, she's definitely insane. I agree with that. But I agree that they neglected her insanity. I think she should be locked up in a mental facility for the rest of her life. And I'm with you. Like it's hard. Like when me and Kayla did this the first time, like we lost children. That is tough. Like Kayla say, bury me under the jail if I did that. Oh wait. It's tough, y'all, and that's why I say this jury, I don't know how to think about this jury because who was that you, Nanya, telling me that it probably was you, so I think it was you. Hey, Scott-free. Oh, my. That it's 2 people under 40 and the rest of the people are 50 and 60. I don't know if that was you, Nanya, or you. I think that was you. Oh, wait. Think about that. That play a major role if, Lord, honestly, all of it is but baloney and she needs to be locked up and get help. Yeah, she do. I agree with that. I agree. I just think it should be a mental facility. Yeah, Mark, I can see why you would do that. I can see this prosecution is delivering a hell of a case. And that's what I learned, this community, like, it seemed like if you lean away that people don't like, they don't like you no more. So I say, fuck, I can't do it. I can't be a go along, get along. I can't do that. Right? I want everybody to be able to express their opinion, and we just highlight. And I appreciate Kayla, man. Right? Cause I just appreciate her for just putting them powerful words in me. Just like everybody got their own opinion. The person have a difference of opinion, you don't like them no more. Come on. So, like I stated, I want everybody to feel free to say how they feel. And that's what I love about Kayla. But Kayla doesn't disagree with boy. Kayla don't play on her. And not even that, she just serious about what she doing. I respect the shit out of that. And she respect others' opinions. She do. Boy, but Kayla is, boy, she could hit you from 200 yards away because she know her shit. Nah, and I love and appreciate that. Like, real talk. Because, it's like you you're a part of this, but I don't have to agree with everything somebody say. And I done did that a lot, y'all, because I don't want to feel like everybody, because, like I said, I say things before and then, people feel a certain type of way because you say something. Yeah, so, let me take this out because we're talking a little bit now. I'm done with that. Let me take that thumbnail off because, yeah, you're right. And take that out so I can get that view out of everybody's face. And okay, yeah, we ain't a cut, remember? Yeah. We ain't. And I just I really don't give a fuck. But but one thing I say, this community have made me a better person. Right? Everybody want to try to be better every day. It have made me a better person. But giving two fucks if people like my opinion or not, I don't give a fuck about that shit because it's just an opinion. It ain't live by what other people say. This ain't a election. This ain't Trump versus Biden. Oh my God. Good Taco Tuesday. Okay, let's say, so if we on a cut, what the fuck people can have their own opinion? That's true. And I don't give a fuck about, like, so what? Who cares? Who cares? Because anybody can have hot takes. That's what it's about. That's what covering news is about. Like, that's what it's about. And I do that in boxing, but I came over here and I was trying to understand this field because this shit hit me harder than boxing, knowing corruption and what's going on, right? Right? Facts, Kayla. And this community, I appreciated this community. So, they made me the drama thing came up. It's, you gotta this let reality be reality. My drama wasn't coming in with no drama. My drama was coming in protecting the house at all costs. That's what it was for the turncoats. But it got made to be drama, and they went on that drama-free thing. Well, it's been months for me. Thank you, Kayla, making me a badge. It's been months for me. I ain't fed into it because, this is a thing right here. I look at what Richard Allen going through, what the GOAT going through, what people, and like I said, Richard Allen case is worse than anything I've seen, right? And I think about that. Like, I keep finding myself wanting to get caught up and get back into the drama. Thank you, Kayla. But I say, no, I'm not going to do it. And I ain't mad at nobody else who do it. But it's just, I did what I was supposed to do. Right, I did. And now it's time for me to do these stories now because I really love this shit. I really love this shit. And like I said, a lot of shit get overlooked. And now people see shit. And you got a lot of people who respect it, but a lot of shit get overlooked though, too. Because it's like, whoever was in this community, like besides the turncoats, thank you, Kayla. And I appreciate you. Like whoever was in this community besides the turncoats, that's who I went at. Everybody else was good. We locked. I don't care what other people do, how they feel. I can't control other people, right? With the GOAT having their problems and stuff like that. So I'm like, that's community business. I understand that, you can get into it with your friend. It just so happened, it happened to be public. When you content create, it just happened like that. So I said, I ain't touching that shit. Even when my name was being brought up, I was on some, they heal the world, I said, man, I ain't mad. It's okay. Everybody just chill. I ain't mad at Jessica. What y'all do? I was saying that. I mean, that totally get overlooked. I wasn't on no time like that, which I could have been. And you talking about content, that's easy content. But that ain't about that, like, I just don't get in community business. Like, even with like the GOAT and Will, like I rock with both of them. Like, I wouldn't care if they had a disagreement with each other. That ain't my business. I ain't getting into it. I ain't getting into it. I just ain't doing it because I understand people get into it, then you could be back cool again. I get that. I ain't getting into it. Now nobody in this community, I ain't touching it. I'm looking and watching and looking, but I ain't getting into it. My name is Bennett and I ain't in it. Right? Because I get it. It happens. Right? Yeah, it's fucked up. Yeah, it'll be fucked up, but it happens. So I ain't in that. And I could have been because my name was getting mentioned. And I'm not doing it. For what? I tried to, like, everybody now chill. Just, leave it alone. I ain't mad. Whoopty whoop. I kept saying that. And I'm not mad at nobody for being mad. Everybody got their right to feel how they want to feel. But I was just saying shit because I really want mad, just wasn't. Okay. She took me off the board. Okay. Woo-doo. Okay. I didn't care. But they get overlooked. That's just what I'm saying right there. They get overlooked. Yeah. Right. But because see, you know, it's just crazy. The last time I did it, right? And like I said, people do what they do. It is what it is. I'm just talking about my situation, how I went through. Oh, I was a drama. Everybody be quiet. We got Turtle Boy the Freak, right? But now you see everybody talking, and damn, that same energy not there. Like it was for me. I ain't mad at it or nothing. I'm just saying I was on the type of time of like, man, let's continue doing what we're doing. I'm not mad at nobody saying my name. That could have been easy. Because I just ain't on that no more. I did what I was supposed to do, right? I think I did a hell of a job at the Huckleberry, hashtag Huckleberry. And that's over with, you know, like I did that. the most easiest work I ever had in my life. But being a part of this community now, I see how bigger this injustice and corruption is. And that's why I appreciate the OG. Right? Because if it wasn't for him, come on now. Who would Ray from Dallas be? Nobody. That's why I'm forever indebted to that man. I tell y'all, he my numero uno. The OG is who I mostly watch. You know, I watch everybody else too, but he is who I mostly watch during, you know, this case, because it's just everybody got their different feel. Yeah, I watch Melanie Little do the case, but I'm talking about the videos or talking about everything. I was watching OG. You know, and I'm the GOAT too. No, of course, the GOAT is right there, 1A, but it's just, you know, like, man, I'm forever indebted to them. Like I said on the OG show tonight. And if I'm with them up there, if this case go to trial in December, right, right, I'm gonna be up there, and man, them people who but not come up to them with that mess. Like I said, what happened last time, ain't nobody gonna be able to get close to the GOAT or the OG. I mean, and they ain't telling me to do shit. And y'all know another reason why I got much love and respect. You know, people said, "Oh, I was a fucking plant." Man, I talked to the OG one time on the phone for probably less than 2 minutes. And this is when I was already in the game. Right? Y'all remember when I had that episode? It was an episode where they were like, "Oh, is Ray from Dallas all right?" Man, the OG called me on like Discord to check on me, cuz. Yeah, and the general, come on, man. The general, man, the MC Kazi G, Dumpster, Mary B. Like, it's just, it's just different. Kayla, Catherine, y'all, I'm just saying, it's just different. And the OG called me, cuz, like, man, that meant a lot, and that's how I know. Last friend would. But that's how that's why I always appreciate him. That's why I rock with the OG. Like I was already rocking with him. But you know, it's the OG we talking about, man. This dude make waves, you know, and little old it'll person be able, come in, whoopty whoop, not even hear that long. And he hit me up, man. I appreciate him forever for that. Same way with the GOAT. I appreciate him forever for that. I never ever talked to the GOAT on the phone, not one time. Like they were saying, like, it was just so funny, just sitting back laughing. All right. But what they did, man, it can't go unseen. Like OG was saying, like OG a real motherfucker, man. He say his clan is him, Kalen, and Buster and his cat, right? Man, you gotta respect that. But I say, shit, I was birthed in OG Nation. Shit. He was OG Woe say, I'm OG Nation. You hear me? Yeah. Heard that you watched the episode of Ace speaking on his respect for you. Oh, Kayla, I was trying. I don't know what the man. Listen, y'all. Let me tell y'all something about the GOAT. Man, when I talk about the GOAT, bro, and y'all, that's the reason why. Like, I ain't want to get in none of this mess that was going on, because last time I was in it, man, y'all, you know, it was wrong. Was that, you know, like going, you know, it was just too much heat. And I said, man, I ain't gonna get in this because, like, and I wasn't in no way, but I was just like, and I ain't touching. I'm staying out of that because, you know, the GOAT went through so much and all this shit last time. Like, we talking about a 3-time award-winning journalist who was doing his job and he fucking got this bullshit through him. That's why I say, man, as much heat. Ray, do you have a pet eagle? Nah. As much heat as he got the last time I was here and fingers getting pointed, they talking about Ray from Dallas stuff. I mean, it was. You're a clubber. I say Buster. I'm sorry, OG. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, I apologize, OG. You're a clubber drug from the Rocky movies. Oh, wait, goddamn. Oh, shit. The fuck I say Buster for? How the fuck did Buster come on my fucking Oh, man, his show was so fucking funny. And I just kept pushing my line back. Kept pushing it, it was just like, because, you know, like the OG is the OG. Like, and, you know, like, sometimes I put my line, I said, Buster, I'm a blunder. Like, oh my God. Oh, this end of the year blunders from right from that. And I don't even be trying to do, y'all know how hard I be trying not to blunder. Oh, shit. Damn. Oh, I be trying so bad. Oh, shout out to the beautiful Laura. Hey. Oh, let me put this here, because I've been, what the fuck around my computer? Hello? Okay. Oh, thank you so much, beautiful Laura. Oh, no. She said, Blunder Man, don't forget Drago, too. Yo. Let me turn up for her. Let me turn up for her. I'm just have to take this. I love you and I love everybody. Oh, shoot, she did it again. She said, you're fired. Oh, sorry, Laura. I'll be back. But we ain't through though, because I'm still on the first turn up. Let me turn her up with the original. Now we gotta turn you up with blue curtains, y'all.
refrain through crack window panes. It calls my name. The clock ticks slow. Its echo stays. Each moment drags, then slips away. Blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Blue curtains keep the shine far away. Blue curtains won't let me escape. The walls close in, shadows stretch along. Night wears a mask.
I love Sunrise. The dreams don't belong. What'd you say, pretty cool? A bird once sang. Hold
Now
up.
silent it lies.
Oh,
The
this is a
sky
song
holds
of the year,
no
y'all.
stars,
Oh, I love this song so much.
just clouded sides.
Hold up, pretty cool. What'd you say? Hold up.
The pains of
The
prison,
pains of prison, the glass cuts deep.
eyes wide open,
Eyes wide open,
I
yet
can't
I
sleep.
can't
Blue curtains are hiding all my
Oh my God.
blue curtains are
Oh my
dancing
God.
in the rain.
Well, this is amazing.
Curtains keep the shine far away. Blue curtains won't let me escape. Oh, if I could tear them down, let the light pour through. But they hang like chains, stitched with sorrow's hue. Every fold whispers secrets I can't erase. Every thread pulls tighter, leaving no space.
Man, that is such an amazing, amazing song. And shout out to the beautiful Laura Renato. Thank you for turning me up. Shout out to the beautiful Pretty Cookie. Shout out to everybody on here because y'all is so amazing. Man, listen. She say, the pains of prison, the glass cuts deep. Eyes wide open, yet I can't sleep. She's like, blue. Man, y'all, man, hold up. Man, that song helped me get through a lot. Oh my God, it did. And that song came out at the right time. Because it was around, I don't know if it was before or after, but it just stuck with me. Like when my son Cass's birthday, April the 8th, he would have been 5 this year, and like, not just that, just a lot of other stuff too. That's what happened out here. There's a lot of other stuff, and man, this song right here, I let everybody hear it. Everybody play in the car. I don't know, people don't like around me, because when I like something, I'm going to play that shit back to back to back to back. Because when I hear it, I want to hear it again. Like, it get at least 3 plays, and then 3 plays, then 3 plays. I may have like 5 songs I listen to and go back to this saying. All her work amazing, and what she do is amazing. She is talented, I'm telling y'all. I ain't learned pretty cook. I just play this shit over and over. People might think I'm bullshitting. Just like today, I'm riding to go pick up my niece. I'm playing Blue Blue Curtains over and over and over and over again. It's a 25-minute drive. She get in the car over and over and over and over again. That's what I do. That's what I do. You know, when you like something, man. But I want to let y'all know I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate the people who appreciate me, and I appreciate everybody who rock with me. Because, you know, I'm no longer concerned about the people who don't, because everybody know I ride for this community. I have a difference of opinion with people and whatever. It's okay. Do you hate me because my opinion is different? I don't hate people because they have different opinions. Flight of the Dragons when I was sick, like over and over and over. Man, Laura, I ain't lying, but just any song I like, it's gonna get heavy rotation. Like, what was I listening to the other day? Oh, it was a rap song. It was this girl named Young M. Her name Young M.A. It got bad lyrics on it, but yeah, it got, yeah. But I was rocking to it, rocking. Because that's how we coming. But yeah, man, I appreciate, man, me too, because I just would keep playing it. I just would keep playing it. People like, you in my car, you in my house. Bye-bye shit. Like real talk. Because I do what I do. Just like on her, I'm finna do what I do. Like, is this just me? You know, like, I care about people's feelings on her. And if people don't watch me, talk to me, everybody know I don't try to be insensitive about stuff. Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna get striped. I ain't gonna get insensitive. I don't be insensitive about stuff. I just have to speak the truth. But like, I want everybody to feel comfortable enough to know that you come on here, have a difference of opinion. Please, you know, real talk. That's what we here for. That's what we're here for, y'all. And that's why I understand and know, like, that's what I'm here for. To do this, to cover what's right, to not be in no drama, not criticizing nobody who's doing it. I just ain't in it. It ain't got nothing to do with me, you know, unless it's, you know, because I did what I had to do. Let's deliver. So I just, like, whoop-de-whoop. But, man, I love and appreciate y'all to death. I want y'all to really, please understand I do. And I appreciate the people who take out their time to come rock with me. Just even if it's just to say hi, like, Sending the Kravitz Fly Away song, 25-minute call. I'm going to listen to that when I get off of her. Man, good call. I mean, I appreciate you, Nadia, man. I miss seeing a lot of people over here, but I just ain't with the drama shit no more. You know, I'm passionate and talk that shit about how they doing on this others. I ain't with none of that no more. You know, ain't nobody finna point no fingers at me no more. Ever again. Give a fuck. I ain't mad at nobody. I just know I ain't finna do that. I ain't finna get caught up in a mix again. You know, and I just like, cause it's more important shit. The GOAT need more money. Man, good conversation with you, Nadia. The GOAT need more money. Richard Allen need to be free. Oh, no. Man, I appreciate whoever her, because Listen, I am gonna make sure I show up and show out every time and give y'all that same effort. Like the OG said he finna talk about something else. He was talking about the case. I got to go hear what he said again because I think I missed the last hour of his live. And he said some people ain't gonna like it. In some case he was talking about, and he said, I don't care if I got 1, 2, or 3 people in there to watch. I'm still gonna talk about it. Good. Wow, fucking rock with the OG. Man, that's my motherfucking dog. I don't even know. I just know him by content. Oh my God. Kevin Gates, the dangerous song. Man, I yell. And thank you very much, Lord. She said, yeah, man, you got, and I'm gonna keep going. And and thank you for saying that. Yeah, pretty cool. And it, it was fun. It was fun because it was needed, right? It was needed, because I seen the OG just out here doing that shit by himself. And everybody he was holding it down, right? I couldn't take it no more. I know what you're saying, Miss Laura. I love you to death. And like for real, I couldn't take it no more. Shit. Mission accomplished. I don't give a fuck about none of the other shit. Everybody know what's popping. That's why I just be like, I was, like this Richard Allen case. This is huge, Shout out to Scarlett. I'm gonna be coming on her show soon. Mary B gonna let me know that. I won't go on Pretty Kooky show. It's been a lot, and I'll talk to you about it, Pretty Kooky. I want to explain to you what happened. I'm gonna talk to you about it, though. I think you still though, because a lot of stuff don't happen, and that's the way, and I'll explain it to you. I promise. So whenever you're ready, Pretty Kooky, I'm ready. I am great and ready to go now. I'm ready to go. I gotta holler at Mo. She gave me the go that she gonna read the I forgot what the beautiful classic was telling me. Read something in the Richard Allen case. And I love you for that, Laura. Mo gonna come on here and read, because Mo know how to read that shit. It's something classic. I can't wait to get in touch. I tell you, man, I love classic to death, man. From across the pond in Australia, man, she give me so much game. Pretty Kooky, you just let me know. You gotta do it, let me know. I'm telling you, I'm gonna chop it up with you though, because I owe you, because I got so much respect and love for you. I owe you an explanation. And just like Kayla, I got to let Kayla tell like whoopty woo wop, so yeah. Miss Laura. So yeah, I just want everybody to know I appreciate y'all to death. Right? Listen. I got my son Cameron, and he gonna grow up with that. I quit mentality, and we ain't stopping. We not stopping. Okay. So it's locked. Man, Kooky is one of the most talented motherfuckers on YouTube. I've been saying that for a minute. Like, I ain't lying. Boy, I just was so amazed how fucking talented she was. And it's real shit. I ain't gaslighting. I ain't got to gaslight nobody. She know that. I see alright, get your kid that eyes of man, it's a dinosaur game, but it's online. Okay. Thank you very much. Definitely will look into that. Oh, by bed, let's take this walk. Oh my. Oh, we taking that walk on Pretty Kooky Lane tomorrow night, y'all have to go. Cameron kisses, yeah. And I love y'all. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I cannot wait. So everybody, please mark your calendar. I know Beautiful Pretty Kooky make that thumbnail so I can share to put it up. I mean, I'm finna get ready to go to sleep now, but I'm gonna try and put it up tomorrow when I wake up. But I love y'all to death, man. Everybody, man. It mean everything. Y'all rock with me. Salute. See y'all soon.
I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, I'm the right one, yeah. 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 I'm the right one, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not the one, I'm the right one. I walking like a bird, cold look, clear aim. You want to smoke, I heard it. You talk big, all wordy, all bark, no bite. You can't win this fight. I seen your hand shake when the room got quiet. I don't need a threat, I bring it, then I write, yeah, yeah, yeah. Tick, tick, hear that whistle, step too close, get the missile. Blood in my eyes, stealing my jaw. Say my name once, then stand by the law. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. You came for when you left with none. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't just a crowd, I let them come. I stare here hard like a loaded drum. You keep on talking, I keep on moving. Your chest gets loud, but your legs ain't proving. You want that title, you want that crown. I take one look and I shut it down. I crash when the flow gets mean. I came in clean, let the scene pristine. Tick, tick, hear that whistle, step too close, get the missile. Blood in my eyes, stealing my jaw. Say my name once, then stand by the law. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. You came for when you left with none. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one.